Whoops, I forgot. Why do I always forget to do this? It's like I have one special power and it's to always forget to connect my phone. That was my eyeballs. Just blinded myself with my light. Directly in my eyes. Holy shit, that was painful. Anyways, so today we are gonna do something very special to me. Yeah, it was you this time. I've been wanting to have some sort of onimusha game released in the last 20 fucking years again. But oh my god, has it been completely ignored up until now? So we've got the demo for Onimusha Way of the Sword, and we are gonna play it. So, I just have to kill a little bit of time until the shaders finish processing, and then we'll be able to go and play the game and defeat the Genma again with the powers of our Oni Gauntlet. Though this time it's supposed to be Miyamoto Musashi instead of Samanosuke. Why did you clicker train me? How dare you? Did that actually throw things? Literally, I checked it the last 2 days in a row, and it was fixed. Then I launch it today, and it's not. Oh, it's because the fucking... There was an update. Oh, shut up, you're just freaking out a little bit. Let me make sure. Yep, Twitch connected. There you go. How dare you? Evil, evil man. Okay. Ow. Why'd you throw the dino nuggies at me? Okay, fine, degenerates. I will hydrate. There you go. There's your throat noises. Why do I have to agree? Playing with the controller. Okay, that seems like the most similar to the way my brain functions. Against his will, Miyamoto Musashi became an onimusha, carving a path through the Genma monstrosities. Invading the capital, Musashi finds himself at Kiyomizu-dera Temple, where he has been tasked with purifying the key sanctuary. A host of eerie phenomena play out before Musashi's eyes as he traverses the twisted, malice-wreathed temple grounds, accompanied only by a mysterious voice that rings out from his Oni gauntlet. Having defeated the Genma that stood in his way, Musashi is greeted by a long-standing rival that he crossed swords with many a time.
This is Kiyomizu-dera Temple. That really was instant. All right. Let's purify this place and see if that won't wake up Gauntlet Lady.
It's a Genma.
Just the bastards I'm looking
Oh, they're even eating a bird.
Stand and fight!
If you don't absorb the souls, then they will sometimes revert. They'll come back to life.
What sort of noise?
There's something up ahead.
Smarter than I thought.
Oh, you can actually move now.
You're not getting the best of me. We're done here.
Damn.
Hey, I dealt with the monsters. Let me through.
Thank you, thank you. We'll unblock the gate right away.
This feels a lot like Onimusha 1. The very, very beginning.
Thank you, Samurai.
Ow. Evil man. You can't even hear the game.
If the entrance is this bad, the inside must be a mess.
That stage is going to haunt my nightmares. I can't stop thinking about it.
What stage? Is it a puzzle box?
Please, quickly!
Put away the thingy.
I never thought I'd make it back here alive. The Buddha watches over me.
Is it really that bad out there?
There's nothing but fiends and horror beyond here. If you mean to pass through, I urge you reconsider.
Fiends, huh? Just what I'm looking for.
Let's murder some gross dudes.
The malice is thickest over there. Now, how do I get there?
It looks like the castle is growing ribcage. Okay, so it looks like I gotta go through all this. And then around here. It's probably gonna take me over here, knowing how Capcom tells their stories. Damn. That was cool. Come on.
You're nothing. Huh? Is that it?
What did I... Please, help me!
You like that? This is looking grim.
How the fuck even?
There's someone there!
We'll get through there. Is there another way? No challenge.
Oh, you got beat. Yeah, I know. I suck so hard at this game that I've already gotten hit so much. A, L, B, and A.
Piss off.
I got him. He died. You bitch and a half.
We're done here.
Hell yeah. Definitely feels very Souls-like. Spirit mirror. Save spot.
What's that?
What are you?
What's it doing?
Oh, did you wake up the gauntlet? What is this?
No time. Don't bring them.
Hurry to the stage. Faster.
Oh no,
The
there's
power
people
of
in
the
there.
Oni is within your eyes as well. It must have been awakened by the dark mass you absorbed.
What was that thing?
The concentration of the malice in this area, along with memories of the cruelty that created it. To purify this temple, you will need to find the source of this vision.
Right, Gauntlet Lady. Enough of that. If you're awake, I've got
I
questions.
refuse.
You listen here.
I won't answer, questions or otherwise, to Gauntlet Lady. I was briefly awake thanks to the energy of that dark mass,
Oh, what's your name?
but now I am not.
Hey!
Okay.
It's trying to tell me something. Threads. What are these attached to?
Oh, I see. There's a doohickey.
This thing's making the threads.
Well, no. Destroy that thingy and we get through. My old restorative.
Stand up!
Oh, it's the roll dudes.
This is looking grim. Stay there.
Damn you.
No challenge.
I got you. You're dead.
Damn it, that hurts.
I see. So we can actually cross blades with the enemies. Pretty cool. Oh,
Someone there!
Really? Is that all you've got? That stench. I'm really taking it.
ooh, item. Oh, you gross. Those are the weird sucker face things.
Piss off. That's how it's done.
Nice, nice.
Another one. What a pain in my ass.
Yeah, I figured.
Wait. Guess I've got to go around the back.
Hey, let's go around back and see what's up over here.
You're nothing.
What is that? That was weird. Oh, you can cut those. Can I not get across the gate? Oh, there's even more. Can I tell these people to get out? Apparently not. More of these plants. I think Capcom has made one too many, like, Silent Hill games. All of their games are starting to look a little bit disgusting. There you go. Get killed, idiot. Capcom is literally the best studio to ever exist, and it's not even close. Why did my model look mad? That's their soul crystal.
Barely worth my time.
I can make my model look mad.
Don't make me
Holy
laugh.
shit.
You're the attackers here. Piss off.
Can't do anything. Oh my god. Actually, cannot tell what's happening now. Oh no. Balls.
Small fry.
Oh no.
You're done. One strike.
Would you focus on the one I'm in front of, you fucking moron? There we go.
Nothing. No challenge. Where is that damn spider hiding?
Thank you for the clip, Normie. Capcom Dark Souls, pretty much, but with a fuck you camera. That was the perfect opportunity for one of those, the three-bladed ninja-like enemies to come down and hit me. Genuinely shocked it didn't. You have a cold brew coffee thing. Is it like one of those, French press thingies? Did you, like, pour the hot water in a thing? And let it sit on the counter? Oh, okay.
Kinda reminds me of the gauntlet. Did the Oni make these too?
Oh, I see. That's cool. If this game is anything like the last one, we're gonna have to fight our way back through this area. I fucking called it.
You're a new one. Show me what you've got.
Damn you. Blue souls.
Never had a chance. You're not getting the best of me.
I dodged that, actually.
You're open.
Cut you in half from the air. You died like you lived. A bitch.
Eats everything. If you're too close when it feeds, he'll eat you too. I'm here to eat humans, not get eaten.
You're just fuel for the gauntlet. We're done here. Barely worth my time. Emma did this too. Damn it!
Oh, where am I supposed to go? Oh, up here. Hi, Normie.
You're now bastard.
Oh no. Ow. Why do it?
Damn monsters. Survivors.
Evil, evil man. You asshole. I'm an evil person. You are. Properly evil. So you finally found my sound redeems. Took you long enough to try them. They were even featured in a YouTube short. That one seems to be broken. Nope, just took a while. No,
I'm back here.
student
Which way
used
to
it.
stage?
Z student, student. Why is it all gray?
Another one. What's he gonna show me this time?
People. What are they doing?
Right behind you, boy.
How awful. Wonder why this is happening. Got you.
Got you!
He's got a mini gauntlet too.
You too, huh?
This thing's made me so damn strong. I've been bored halfway back to death. But look, you got yourself one too.
You know that one actually looks like Jubei's.
What blessed luck.
At least in the color.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Why?
What could be more fun than dancing with death?
Put your back into it.
I'm right here.
I know you're there. Jesus, I missed. God damn it. Damn you.
That's it?
Ah.
That's all you got?
Well, it wouldn't be in.
Right.
Wouldn't be a Souls like if I didn't die.
Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
Got you. You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Come on, attack.
You're weak, so damn weak, you fraud. I really have gotten too strong.
Damn it. I lost. This guy just has like
Right
a
where we
weird
left off.
sort of.
Death can't stop us.
I hit it a little too late.
What? Lost your name? You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Seems to
Who
hit you
the
pretty
hell
hard.
wears a metal hat?
So slow.
Bullshit, I fucking dodged that.
You look terrible, Musashi.
This. Hey, what the fuck is this thing for then?
No, you cannot be done already.
Why am. Okay. Apparently, I don't understand what my items do.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least.
You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
What could be more fun than dancing with death?
I'm just getting started, Gungear.
Yes, this is what I wanted, what I needed. This dance with death. I love it! I'm right here. Oh, nicely done.
You're not getting the best of me.
Fucking absorb the souls, please.
So slow! Time to finish you off!
Now fall!
So close. So close. Almost there.
I really have gotten too strong.
Fuck you. Okay, I've almost got it. Almost there.
Right where we left off. Death can't stop us.
I wish it would stop you at least. Is that your best?
You thought that would cut through? Too bad.
Who the hell wears a metal hat?
Okay. Come on, friends.
I'll never get sick of this. Let's go, Musashi. Oh, nicely done. Swing.
Come on. Come and get me.
Bird bright!
Damn you.
What? Lost your nerve? Scared?
Nope.
Is that your best? You're open!
Fucking aim. Finally kicked his ass. Thank you for playing the demo all the way through to the end. It was short, but I definitely enjoyed that. Absolutely will be playing it when it fully releases. I'm a touch disappointed by how short it was. That was absolutely 100% an extremely tight and succinct experience. Just absolutely what I would expect from an onimusha game. Just glorious. Can we stop the demo, please? Don't want to play it. Also, sorry, Normie, I couldn't read your messages while I was in that fight. You're almost Act 4. Just one shot a boss at level 41. Nice. It's always fun when you can do that. Um, I don't know what I want to play. You know what, I'll actually end this recording. Since I got, what was it, about just about an hour of video. No, I don't want to join you on PoE right now. I need to worry about creating content for next week that I can edit this weekend. And if I can play a couple of demos and get ahead, you know, potentially next week, week after, then I can, you know, might have a few extra days off. You know, there is this one game, one demo, that I really have been wanting to try. Moonlight Peaks. We'll switch to that. Okay, there we go. Um, hashtag social sim. Okay, we'll save that. And start demo. Hello kitten. You can use controller with it. Not many demos can do that. It's funny. Just floating my coffin. No, hang on. Let me go back and at least look at the character customization. I didn't quite get a chance to see it. Oh, we have an ad starting in 30 seconds over on Twitch. Whoops, I hit the screw on my microphone. Let's try to make me look just a little bit more like me. Pretty close. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty decent. There's nothing that's maroon and green. It's probably as close as I'm gonna get. So fun fact, my old male model actually used to have rings all over the place. Rings on my horns, rings on my ears, had a nose ring, septum ring. Okay, we are starting the game. Run away from home. My kitty cat. Come on with me. Oh, that was loud. So we find an abandoned house and just set up shop there. I see. Okay. So this is like our parents' vacation home or something. Who are you? Poke him with a stick. Yeah, you were asleep in my front yard. May have overindulged last night. Wait a moment. I thought Victor lived alone. Who are you? Orlok Elosius Ambrosia. Are you gonna give me something? Like the tools, okay. So we're gonna have to go through. Sure, I'll help. It's holed up in his crypt somewhere. Yeah, basically. You put a seed in the ground, and you pour water on it, and then you come back after a period of time. Um, Intercrypt. Is Orlok a bat? Take it, your Victor. There's a witch and a curse, and now I'm small and winged, and tragically thumbless. Trying to make red wine, blood red wine, apparently. Yeah, show me how to do it. If you end up growing a few extra grapes, I wouldn't say no to a snack. With your shovel. Alright. So we now have a thorough understanding of how to create crops. Coins. Trash bottle. Oh, it even gives me the little trellises too. Kinda worried I'd have to come back in a couple of days. Okay. Guess we wait. I got it. I want your chickens. Frost leaf. And what are you? I don't know what you're for. Goodbye. Oh, hell yeah. I can mow my lawn. I can give him a hat now. He has a little chef's hat. How cute. Someone here. There is someone here. And who are you? We're Luna. Looks like we're stuck here for now. Oh wait, maybe try growing something. Crops always lift my spirits. Or hey, have you tried making a flower arrangement? Yay. I have a custom bouquet. I can buy seeds from you. Yeah, I'll take that. 6 strawberries. At least from my experience in games. Good idea. Do strawberries. Water. Tony is scared of the pickaxe. It's a cute little interaction. Move the chicken into the barn. Generates 4 fertilizer per day. Next night. What's the matter with you? He doesn't like sleeping on the floor. I'll make a bed, don't worry. Where's my workbench? There it is. Okay, let me go get some trees. Virtually identical to the Stardew Valley noise. Doriani in 2 seconds, nice. Damn, 200,000. Doriani was the dude that annoyed me. The one where he like exits and you have to go somewhere else. Oh yeah, I know. Your bed is ready. No more sleeping like a peasant. You have my eternal gratitude. There's something for you in return. Perhaps you can consider placing it in the house, you know, for my entertainment. Can I make a fish tank? don't think I can. It comes with a fish tank. Build is super strong. Have you tried Damn. I don't know why, but that stretch came up suddenly. Have you tried subscribing to any of the builds shared through the game? I'm tired. Can I go to sleep yet, Normie? See, I wasn't able to go to sleep until about 1 o'clock in the morning. This morning. 1:30 to be specific. And I had to get up at 6, so working on about 4.5 hours of sleep max. And I'm tired. You know, I have an idea. Okay. We'll change things up just a little bit. Alright, so editing me, we're switching to watch party. And we're gonna watch some trailers. This is a Fable trailer.
Do I remember the moment my powers came in?
Do you?
Well, I was being crushed to death with seawater and mud and manure, whilst holding onto my sister's hand. I remember her fingers gripped so tightly in mine that her nails drew blood. Until I lost her grip. But she stayed away. Does stick in the memory bit, yeah. I know why you're here.
Why am I here?
You want to talk about them. They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look what the guild shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power. They don't waste time in trivialities.
You're back, and dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
Oi! What the fuck was that?
Well, I was just...
Just sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse?
Okay,
Remorse is for the guilty.
that's the fable I know.
Look, I will tell you what I told them. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it. Albion doesn't need heroes. It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
And that hero is me.
Let's go. I hope it doesn't take itself too seriously, though. Because at least from the few times that I've, or the times that I've watched other people play it, now granted, never played it myself, but the times that I've watched other people play it, there was a distinct humor about it. It was like, it was almost like you were in a fairy tale, and the game was conscious of the fact that you were in a fairy tale. If that makes any sense at all. So it kind of cracked jokes about it. There were ridiculous plots and people lampshaded it all the time. Oh, this is a Pokemon ROM hack. I remember adding this. You're basically a new recruit to the Ultra Space organization. I forget what they're called. Baba. I know this isn't exactly a controversial opinion at this point, but I genuinely think that Pokemon should have never left the 2D art style. Six 2026. That's actually already out. I wasn't aware of that.
Go, Charizard!
Minute and 42 seconds back, we started the Pokemon trailer, so go back.
Go, Scyther! Take this, Flamethrower! Scyther, use agility to avoid it! Yeah, men are all about cool Pokemon, huh? Sure are. When I grow up, I'll have tons of cool Pokemon and be a cool Pokemon master. Me too. Right, it's a promise, man to man.
Okay, so this is a Cecily video. I've followed her for a while. She is a trans content creator. This video is titled The Unofficial Pokemon Protagonist, or The Official Pokemon Protagonist is a Transgender Kid.
Yeah. However, I was a girl. How I Became a Pokemon Card is a 1999 manga series written by the legendary Pokemon TCG card illustrator Kagemaru Himeno. Even if you're not familiar with the name, I am absolutely sure you have seen a few of her cards before. Actually, I myself don't own a lot of cards, but after a look into the boosters I got this last month, I found 2 cards illustrated by her, with these really wonderful colors and deep contrasts, but
Ooh, I love
arguably
that.
her work in the 90s is the most
Snom
iconic and
art.
really easy to identify.
Brilliant.
Depicting the Pokemon world in dreamy pastel watercolors, which bleed into each other with small white specks of dust.
I've
floating
owned
in the
most of
air
these cards.
To capture a surreal, nostalgic aesthetic that is a staple of early Pokemon. I look less worried about brand compliance and willing to play with shapes and proportions to ooze with personality. It's
Ooh, I
like
loved that
Sujimori with
Pidgeotto card.
saturation
I
turned
wanted
up.
one back in the
She
day.
started working as an illustrator for Ribbon Original in 1994 and said that her dream was to write manga for girls, but before she noticed, she was already fully taken over by a small gig that suddenly became a huge gig called Pokemon. Himeno has been working with Pokemon since 1997, one of the only few original TCG illustrators who are still active today. She has also illustrated for the main games and the infamous Korokoro magazine, blending Pokemon ecology with the real world in really interesting ways. She has also illustrated the children's book Pokemon Tales, as well as all 6 volumes of How I Became a Pokemon Card, the manga we will be talking about today. Published in Japan by Media Factory, which was the company producing Pokemon TCG material before the Pokemon Company was even established, the idea was to have a TCG-focused publication running in parallel to the main manga, mostly likely as a strategy to boost TCG sales. The whole pitch of the series is to tell small stories that are background to the scenes depicted in TCG art.
I remember back in the day, one of the biggest draws for Pokemon, for me at least, was the fact that all of my friends were playing it. We're talking about like the 3rd grade, right? So I remember I had like 6 friends who were playing it, and we would always battle with our Pokemon cards. And that for me was one of the biggest draws to continue like trying to collect the cards, trying to open the booster packs, all that stuff. So for me, really, they didn't have to sort of do much to inspire me. Maybe it was a different story over in Japan, especially early on, because Pokemania was huge back in like 97, 98.
For example, you see a card of a Sunkern running away from a Spearow. You might be wondering how I ended up in this situation. Himeno, who has originally illustrated the card, will now tell you how Sunkern ended up in the situation. Each of the 6 volumes features a promotional card related to one of the stories inside that edition. Slice of life stories set in the Pokemon world but centering around regular, ordinary people who don't necessarily want to be the very best but go through their lives with Pokemon by their side. The final chapter of How I Became a Pokemon Card tells the story behind the Japan exclusive card, Birthday Pikachu. I was just in Japan last week and I went through every manga shop in Tokyo trying to find the original manga to show you in this video, but just like everything Pokemon TCG touches, these are going for thousands of dollars and are super hard to find. This manga was never published outside of Japan or even got an official translation, and I would not be able to share this story today without the support of Miloscat on Tumblr alongside Horsey Pope and Salus. Thanks so much for preserving and making the scanlation available. The story continues with Akari's first day in middle school, protesting that now he is obliged to wear the girl's uniform and saying he has never worn a skirt before. I am Akari. Until today, the day of my middle school entrance ceremony, I held in my heart the dream of becoming a master of cool Pokemon, along with the belief that I was a boy. Akari is extremely embarrassed, and there's a lot of interesting Japanese language specificities going on here. According to the translator, in the Japanese version, Akari always uses the typically male pronoun ore, and his mother demands he uses the more neutral watashi instead. But masculinity is present in every aspect of his life, stated out loud from believing I was a boy to him saying, "For 13 years I've lived the life of a boy. How can I just change overnight?" Akari goes to school wearing a skirt and surprises even his closest friend, Akira. They made a promise between men that they would both become masters of cool Pokemon, and Akira reveals that he was given his first, a really cool Pokemon, Scyther. And that makes Akari super jealous.
That was actually one of my favorite Pokemon growing up. I don't know why. Maybe it was the version of the game that I had, but I could not get a copy, or I could not get this Pokemon up until I think I owned Gold version. Maybe it was Gold or Crystal. I don't remember exactly which one it was. but Scyther was only available at night during the bug trainer event. So I made it a point to get it and use it throughout my whole first playthrough of that game. One of the best experiences of my life.
While his friend got a Pokemon as a middle school entrance gift, all he got was harassment and gender dysphoria. His mom says he's too young to have a Pokemon, but after begging, asking for it as a birthday gift, and even promising to act more girly, his mom finally gives in. All he asks for is a really cool Pokemon that can beat Scyther, and that's what he gets as a birthday present. His first Pokemon is Hey You, Pikachu.
It's
Mom,
Pikachu.
is it just me, or is Pikachu more of a cutesy type of Pokemon? Come on, Akari, it's perfect and super effective against Scyther, just take it. Akari's mom says, I'm giving you this Pikachu with the sincere hope that it will bring you the kind heart of a girl, which not very woke of her. The gender binary here is really interesting to me, honestly, because there is this extreme dichotomy between cute and cool. Cute is girl, cool is boy. Akari is extremely disappointed that Pikachu seems to fall more into the cute category, but honestly, I don't see it as girl-coded at all. Like Chansey or Blossom, I get it, but Pikachu was chosen as Ash's partner in the anime instead of Clefairy, specifically for its gender neutrality. Well, the 90s, but back to it. Akari gets extremely frustrated with the gift and runs away into the woods, in what I would argue is the most obviously clear depiction of gender dysphoria throughout the entire Pokemon series. His dream was to be a cool Pokemon trainer like his cis friend, but his mom keeps on imposing femininity over him. Akira comes to try and talk to him, but Akari says he doesn't know how he feels. I mean, cis people trying to underplay dysphoria really do be the quintessential trans experience. But Akira is actually really sweet here. When he says you can't judge coolness by appearance, while this entire story equates coolness to masculinity, what he's actually saying is that being a boy isn't linked to what you look like. It's how you live, which is low-key a really nice message, mostly in media for kids. Then they find out that they have accidentally wandered into a forest and were surrounded by Scraw's Grand Festival VGC champion Ariados. Scyther's level is too low. Akira can't fight them. But, oh, hey you, Pikachu. You can't judge coolness from appearance. You can't judge masculinity from appearance. Sorry, I just love Pikachu too much. Akari learns the most valuable lesson you can learn in trans media for kids.
It is... If they wanted to go with that, they should have gone with something a little more flowery. I agree with what Cecily was saying. If they wanted to kind of paint this as something, but to me, at least, Pikachu has always been I don't know, like a boy cat almost. That's sort of the vibes that he gave me in the anime. So that's kind of the, that's kind of the feelings that I've brought into it across all Pokemon media. So I think, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a quick example. Yeah, in Gen 1, I can't really think of a lot that are particularly girl-coded, quote-unquote.
That gender isn't what you look like, it's what you feel inside. Mainly, when what you have inside is stabbed Thunderbolt. Akari decides to apologize to his mom.
Psyduck is not the best.
And should learn that you don't have to be a girl to have a kind heart, but we'll get to that in a second. But also apologize to Pikachu for dismissing him. After ruining the party, they throw another one just for Pikachu, and that's how he became a Pokemon card. Oh. So I think this is so interesting, right? For a lot of reasons, but my feelings are that while this is undeniably 100% a trend story, I can't help but shrug the feeling that it has some accidents going on here and there. I'm delving into speculation territory because there are absolutely no interviews anywhere about this manga, and when I did reach out to Sensei Himeno on Twitter, she, well, just replied to me with this emoji. I don't know what it means. Please help me. But it also shows how different the 90s were in relation to transgender story, for good and for bad. both in having less knowledge about what transness is, but also in being less taboo to talk about gender diverse kids. The biggest franchise in the world published a story about a 13-year-old Pokemon trainer out loud stating he lived the life.
Also, Normie, no. The best Pokemon out there is Eevee. Specifically Umbreon.
Life of a boy. He believed he was a boy who was assigned female at birth and textually deals with gender dysphoria, and nobody batted an eye. No boycotts, no discourse. The good old days when conservatives worried about Pokemon just meant satanic panic.
Every time that you see Mewtwo, he's in this pose. It means hail Satan. Just
Oh my god, I remember this shit from back in the day. That was so dumb. It was so dumb. I remember this whole Pokemon is of the devil because it teaches you to summon creatures and use talismans of power against them, like it's some kind of witchcraft. But the funny part is, I was raised as a witch. So like, that shit didn't even work on me. I never really understood this part of it. Like, also, and I know we're kind of on the subject of like 90s satanic panic, early 2000s satanic panic, but a lot of the like Harry Potter also got a lot of this. I actually grew up with kids who weren't allowed to read Harry Potter because their parents thought that it was of the devil, thought that it was evil, that it was going to infect them with Satanism. And I'm like, no, it's not even witchcraft. You had people for the next 20 years trying to write fan fiction that J.K. Rowling somehow knew more and more about, about witchcraft, about Wiccanism, about all this stuff, basically writing whole headcanons into fact as if she knew anything. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the GOAT. Not really. Yugi cheats. Yami cheats. You've also never seen Harry Potter based.
Jesse and James are an evil gang looking to steal rare Pokemon. They're also prone to cross-dressing.
If this was written today, well, I don't think this would ever get written today given how safe Pokemon likes to play around queer topics. In post-woke 2026, whenever you mention trans kid, people lose it. Just look at the very well-behaved Roman Empire profile people in the comment section below that I didn't manage to block yet. Even though from a company standpoint, Pokemon tends to be really progressive and outspoken about queer rights, from a storytelling perspective, they are notably avoidant when stating anything out loud. It is post-woke after all, and companies are scared. In 2025, a survey of corporate executives found that nearly 40% plan to reduce their engagement with Pride, with 65% fearing backlash. Pride Month for a lot of queer content creators is when we make most of the revenue that gets us through the year. And even though Pink Money has all the issues that it has, the lack of it also signifies a scary social shift. To know that a story from the 90s couldn't be told today is crazy. Just look at Disney directly interfering with their creative directors, forcing the hand so that Pixar would ciswash and hide away trans elements from their new series Win or Lose. According to one of the animators, in one episode, one character was originally written to be a trans kid, dealing with internal struggles and eventually coming out as herself. That story was edited out to just become a girl who really wants to play softball. And the fact that these stories cannot be told anymore like they were in, say, 2016, that is so harmful to kids who might be dealing with bullying or have difficulties with their identities. Growing up as a trans kid, I never really had access to stories like this to help me elaborate why I felt different, and honestly, I think that was directly responsible for me taking so long to come to terms with my identity.
See, I think I may have told this story once or twice, but I'll say it here again. 'Cause I don't think it's actually been uploaded in an edited video, and I plan to make this an edited video. But part of the reason why it took me so long to start coming out, and even thinking about it, wasn't really because I never had the feelings. Like when I was 15, I used to fall asleep every night crying, wishing and praying to every god I'd ever done a ritual to, everything, trying desperately to wake up the next morning as a girl. And like it fucking sucked. But after a certain period of time, it was just like, you know, transitioning is not for me. It's not something that I can do. It's not a path that I can take. And what's more, I didn't even know that transitioning was a thing until I'd already stuffed the feelings away. Like, I think I met the first trans person I'd ever come across in, I want to say, around 2008, 2009. I was firmly in high school, pretty much almost an adult, had filed away everything, you know, all of the feelings, forgotten about them, buried them deep inside of me. And here we are, fucking 20 some odd years later. No, not even 20 years, like 17 years later. And finally out. Finally doing things. Finally coming to terms with it, coming to grasp with it. And it didn't even happen until like 32. Mostly because I didn't have the experience. I didn't know about it. Well, like I said, I'd heard of being trans, but I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know that it was something I could do. I don't know, it's kind of hard to talk about. So, let's go ahead and unpause the video. Like, let me just say that if there was something available to me at that time, then I definitely would have transitioned earlier. This conversation would have been, you know, post 20 years of HRT rather than 1.5. No, 1. Literally just passed my HRT anniversary on June the 16th. So yeah, these kinds of stories absolutely need to be told. Because I was a miserable fucking mess as a teenager. I was convinced that I was possessed by a demon. I was convinced that I had voices talking to me. Like all kinds of messed up shit was happening. I had no way of talking about it even. It's one of the worst time periods of my life, and I would absolutely never wish that on anyone.
As a kid, I just remember thinking how wonderful it would have been to be born a girl, but, well, you get what you get, right? Better not tell anyone about this, otherwise I will be bullied forever. The first mention I've even heard of trans people existing was when I was 10. A transphobic joke in a stand-up comedy set that I didn't fully understand. But even though I didn't have access to transmedia or even know that that was a possibility, that did not stop me from being completely obsessed with the Fairly Odd Parents episode, The Boy Who Would Be Queen.
Yep, I remember this episode. That one and the episode where Johnny Bravo gets turned into a girl and then witnesses for the first time what misogyny is like. Those 2 episodes, like, live in my psyche. Absolutely just stuck there.
I must have been 7 or 8 when I first watched it, and seeing Timmy magically turn into a girl touched something deep inside of me. I probably watched this episode over 100 times. Not having access to proper transmedia made me wish and daydream for magic instead, because As a kid, that was the only possibility I knew of. I grew up really obsessed with body swap stories because they were the only thing I could find that would scratch that itch I had deep down. I think the first time I saw a proper trans story in media was Nomi in the Wachowski Sense8 when I was already 18. If I had seen her as a teen, if I had read Akari's Pokemon story as a kid, or maybe a better version of it, that might have helped me realize my queerness much, much earlier. I find it difficult for a story like that to be...
See, the thing that permanently cracked my egg was I saw the DV glow. Watching that movie absolutely solidified it for me. I couldn't go back. There was no stopping it. There was nothing I could do to reverse it. It was here, it was a fact. I couldn't shut it up anymore.
Published in that way today because of corporate fear and pushback, but also because it shows its age in some weird choices and pushes for gender conformism, mostly when we talk about Akari's mom. Akari, for starters, is a traditionally feminine name that you wouldn't really give when writing a trans boy. A story like this, from a progressive standpoint at least, would not have the mom trying to impose femininity into him as a love and caring take. And, in my personal opinion, I think that even though Sensei Himeno absolutely wrote a trans story, she ended up picking up some narrative tropes from tomboy stories, mostly the ones from the 90s. These are definitely dated when looking back at today, considering they almost always convey that a girl presenting herself a little bit more masculine is just a phase, and that maturing is embracing a traditionally feminine role. I think maybe some lack of knowledge about transgender issues might have led Sensei Himeno to mix up those two ideas a little bit. Which reminds me a lot of how the character Anybody was portrayed in the original 1961 West Side Story. He was presented as a tomboy, but was definitely written with a lot of trans-masculine characteristics. So much so that in the 2021 remake, they rewrote him to become explicitly a trans man, while changing very little else from his character. I think it's important to understand that from the perspective of a writer such as Himeno, these stories can be very much inspired by people and actual kids that she knew while growing up in the 80s in Japan. A moment in time where gender roles were very strict, but overall...
So, fun fact about this, she said West Side Story came out in 1967. The Hays Code was actually abolished in 1968. So, essentially, we could have legitimately had one of the first trans mask characters, literally of all time, if it had come out a year later. So, like, you couldn't. The Hays Code was basically a bunch of rules and regulations for movies that they couldn't depict certain acts. Like, for example, if you had a married couple on screen, you had to depict them in separate beds because it was considered too risque to have them sleep in the same bed. And in fact, there were a couple of shows that were sort of famous for defying that rule. Like, Bewitched, for example. They had I think they were the first to depict a fictional husband and fictional wife sleeping in the same bed together. But yeah, that was abolished in 1968. So I can see why they would have a character that is pretty much all but confirmed as transmasculine and not be like out and out transmasculine.
With the conversations we have had about gender in the last 30 years, just like Anybody's, I don't think this story would look like this today. A small tangent, but something I do need to mention. I love that this kind of confirms an argument I presented back in my Chikorita video. While of course, the final message of this story is that there is no such thing as a Pokemon for boys and Pokemon for girls, it gives us an interesting insight at how the creative team behind Pokemon inevitably places them in categories such as cool and cute. In practice, that means very little for each individual player, but from a marketing perspective, there is a demographic look when designing Pokemon, stating that cool Pokemon are trying to please younger boys, and cuter Pokemon are trying to catch the eyes of girls. as I argued was the case with Chikorita being the more feminine-coded starter in the first generation that had to grow as a playable character. Stories such as Akari's might sound small and unimportant, mostly when we remember we are talking about a character in a TCG manga from 25 years ago that never got published outside of Japan. And it's really sad that this was the case, because had Akari ever showed up in the Pokemon anime, for example, I'm sure little young me would have been obsessed with him. In a series as popular and widespread as Pokemon, it is important that everyone playing these games and watching this series are able to see their own stories there. Because in a world where more and more doors and opportunities are denied for trans people, and specifically trans kids, a reminder that they can too be a really cool Pokemon trainer is more important today than ever.
Absolutely, I agree.
I'm writing this section a few days after recording because real life things have happened, and since this is my first video for Pride Month, I think it's really important that I address them here. Because the world is sometimes ugly and cruel, and as much as I would like this to be a feel-good video about representation in media, I don't think I can talk about Pokemon and trans youth without talking about Juniper Blessing. She was transgender and 19 years of age. She had one of the most hauntingly beautiful voices I have ever heard. She loved Maractus, Ninetales, and Pachirisu. She named herself after Professor Juniper. She had her entire life ahead of her, had she not crossed paths with a transphobe who had his mind poisoned by the same discourse that villainizes, dehumanizes, and exerts the power of necropolitics into trans bodies. The discourse of Trump and J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk. That is the real result of villainizing trans people. It's never about bathrooms and sports, never. It's about not wanting to see us in any spaces, anywhere. That is why it's so important to tell and normalize little stories like Akari's in a huge franchise like Pokemon. Not only to give kids a chance to give a name to the confusing feelings they might feel, but also to humanize our stories to people who might have never heard them. And I don't have an easy fix. I am honestly as powerless as Juniper was. But I have a small platform, and I can ask you to donate a Pokemon plush to a shelter near you in her name, as her friend suggested, or financially support transgender aid groups in your area. Remember Juniper and the trans youth all over the world who had their futures denied. What can we do, collectively, to make sure that they have an opportunity to live? For this Pride Month, dear stranger online, what I would really like to ask of you is to do exactly like Akari's Pikachu. Always step in to protect trans kids. This video is part of the Pokemon Pride fundraiser efforts. During the month of June, queer and allied content creators will be streaming, shiny hunting, and creating content in order to raise funds for queer youth in need. Every donation will be matched one-to-one up until $10,000 and will be directed to the Lambert House LGBTQ+ Youth Center in Seattle. You can donate using the QR code on the screen or clicking the link in the description, and I will be eternally thankful. There will be more LGBTQ-themed Pokemon videos and live streams on my channel and on Twitch throughout the entire month as part of this fundraising effort, so please subscribe for more content such as this. Hope to see you back on this channel soon.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt Cecily at the very end there, but absolutely. Let me back up if I can.
Go, Charizard!
QR code's right here. If you have the means, if you have the ability, absolutely go donate. Because, well, I can't say it any better than Cecily did. Just support people, being people. Okay, now from here on, there are a couple of anime trailers that I grabbed really quick. that I wanted to do a little watch through of. Probably won't include this in the video though. um
まさか獣使いの資格が。
キングス結成10周年記念全国ツアー決定。イエーイ。青森、愛知、福岡、そして武道館。チケット争奪戦は地獄絵図。だからね、ピーチくん。絶対予定開けといて。一人じゃ遠征しんどいから。じゃあね。
せっかく待ってやったのに空気読めねえお気楽女後でイカれた彼氏と同じ墓に入れてやるよやれ
What's gonna happen?
全部分かって言ってるんだ。何でもない彼女との日々を守ることが。僕のやる気に火を灯す。
Okay. Marriage Toxin, that's the name. I'll probably have to mute that last part. Because music is a strict no-go. Alright, next one. I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. Don't remember why I added this one.
君が死ぬまで恋をしたい。ねえねえ、名前なんて言うの？とつき椎名です。ミミたちのお部屋ってどんななの？広い？あ、そうだ。ミミも番号もらったんだよね。ミミにとっては全部初めてなんだね。ねえ、これでいい？みんなどこ向かってるの？祈りの時間だよ。私の代わりにいつも誰かが戦っている。友達になったら何ができるの？ミミはね、死なないよ。ありだったらどうする？やめましょう。そんなもしもの話。この世界で私たちは生きていて。シーナ。生きたいなんて
Why was she covered in blood?
知らなかった。
That's super weird. Okay, overgeared. Official trailer. It's been a couple of days since I added these to my list, so I'm not really sure. Wait, what did that say? It's original creator of Reed Ice Studio. That also produced Solo Leveling, okay. Is it wrong to try to pick up Ghost in a Dungeon, Certain Scientific Railgun, Sword Art Online, Mushoku Tensei? From weakest to strongest. Curtain rises on this heated story. The only way to get stronger? Overgearing? Yeah, I genuinely do not remember why I put that in there. Sounds like the most milquetoast, like, badass in another world sort of story. And if it's like a full dive MMORPG, like I play Final Fantasy, I've played WoW, I've played Elder Scrolls Online. I kind of already know what those games are like, so I don't believe that you can get overgeared in that game. It's not how that works. I needed a helmet, and they gave her bunny ears. The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. I added this because of the title, I'm assuming.
わしが全力を出して鍛えて富士を施した水晶兜じゃ。兜？兜じゃよ。
Okay.
最高の品を頼んだゆえ心配ないはずだがの。
最高の送信具ってオチじゃないよな。
外見より機能じゃ。
Function over fashion. Just put it on.
確かに被ればわかるか。どうだろうか。おお。重さも違和感もないのはいいのだけれども。やっぱり髪飾りなのではないですか。
そりゃそんなふにゃふにゃした状態ではの。もっとこう戦の心構えで威力を通すんじゃ。
Okay.
戦の時の心構えで威力を。通す。何か開いた。これ触れられないというか反発する。何かの力場だこれ。
ほわほわほわ。水晶のごとき威力結界をなす富士の兜。まずけて銀晶化。わし渾身の傑作じゃ。
Okay.
銀晶化。今度は閉じた。
繊維が散ると閉じるようになっておるぞ。力場の範囲と強度は威力次第じゃが、力場の濃さから見るに火竜の爪も受け流せよう。
これは何ともすごい。
Alrighty then. Okay, this one right here. First look at Atelier Caria. It's one of the games that I was reacting to during the whole watch-along thing, the original watch-along. It kind of stuck out to me because I wanted to keep up with it, so we're gonna watch a little bit of this. We may not watch the whole thing.
光栄テクモゲームスガストブランド長の細井純三です。いつもガストブランドやアトリエシリーズを応援いただきありがとうございます。おかげさまで先日最新作カリアのアトリエ夜の王国と追憶の道しるべを発表することができました。
Okay.
ティザー映像をご覧になっていかがでしたか？海外のファンの皆さんからもたくさんのご反響をいただき本当に嬉しく思っています。今日はそんなカリアのアトリエの魅力を実機映像を交えてたっぷりお届けしたいと思います。
Okay, I look forward to it.
初公開となる最新映像をご用意しました。早速ご覧ください。
昔の記憶もなく友達もいない。ないない尽くしの私にあるのは信じられない。ここが地下。
大地のマナが枯れるという異変が起こり、我々は原因を究明し続けてきたが未だ不明だ。
どうして忘れちゃってたんだろう。錬金術で作った道具は一味違うな。知らない場所に行って新しい世界を旅する。これすっごく美味しい。クリーミーでふんわりとろけて。
Okay, so the entire time I was reacting to anime, YouTube said, "Hey, heads up, we've detected you're streaming content that doesn't belong to you. if you continue, we'll terminate your stream. Basically, is what it said. As soon as I got away from anime, literally a minute and a half into the next video, and it's gone. Message is gone.
素晴らしい。なんて興味深い存在なんだ。
私たちの中だ
They
も
added
何でも知っているのです。え、私が隊長なんですか？あなたがカリアだね。
すべて忘れてこの地を去るか、命を捨てるか。
随分と偏僻な場所を拠点にしてるのね。
お前たちはなぜあの距離を守ろうとする？君の実力を見せてもらおう。ティナ。
お任せあれ。今まで私たちに話したこと、どこまでが本当だったんですか？じゃあちょっと本気出そうかな。
うちの隊長に不遜な態度を取った礼を返してやろう。
Just a big beam laser.
終わりに向かって歩み続けている。
どうして私はお前たちその命を捧げるという。絶対止める。私はあなたを。
Well, I'm liking the look of it so far.
種の壊れた音に惹かれてきたか。ほんとめんどくさい。
いかがでしたでしょうか。本作カリアのアトリ
Looks
エ
interesting.
は錬金術がすべてを拡張する新たなアトリエ体験をコンセプトとした作品です。錬金術で生み出したアイテムは単なる戦闘の道具ではありません。探索や拠点作りなどあらゆる場面で錬金術が
Oh.
冒険そのものを変えていきます。
I like when games do that, when characters' abilities and the magic of the universe can be incorporated to other areas of the world. Like, for example, in Final Fantasy 16, the fact that the bearers could use their abilities to cut the hedges. To me, that was the coolest shit ever. I loved that, especially when they use it to expand in the universe rather than like cover up plot holes like certain other series that we know of.
さらに本作では食べることで主人公カリアの見た目や能力が変化します。調合し、使い、そして食べる、そのすべてがつながる新しいアトリエを皆様のもとへお届けします。
Okay.
錬金術師ユミヤがアラディス大陸の謎を解き明かしてから2年、この世界では今マナガレと呼ばれる異変が静かに広がっていました。
Oh no.
主人公カリアは過去の記憶を失っており、自分が何者なのか知りません。なぜ
See, maybe somebody in the chat can, if somebody sees this later on and knows a lot about the Ulterior series, can you kind of explain the lore to me? Is it like the same universe, just different characters going on different journeys at different times? Or is this all like the same? Or like all different, kind of like Final Fantasy. Each Final Fantasy is different except the numbered entries. So it's like Final Fantasy X is its own thing, 11 is its own thing, 12 is its own thing, but 10-2 is related to 10. That kind of thing.
産物を食べ、その特徴を知る力を持っているのか、その理由もわからないまま彼女の旅は始まります。カリアはしばらく一人で暮らしていましたが、生活のためにアラディス開拓団に参加します。そんなある日の遺構調査の最中、彼女たちは地下深くに広がる未知の世界へとたどり着きました。そこで出会ったのは巨大な釜を用いた今まで誰も知らなかった錬金術でした。地下世界に眠る伝承、そしてカリアの失われた記憶、旅の果てに彼女たちは何を知るのか、ぜひ皆さん自身の目で確かめていただければと思います。こちらは主人公のカリアです。彼女は素材から料理、果ては爆弾まであらゆるものを食らい、それを分析してエネルギーにするという特別な能力を持っています。そんな謎に満ちた力を持つ彼女ですが、実は記憶が一切ありません。そんな彼女の記憶をたどる物語がここから始まります。
So she doesn't know who
そこ
she
から
is.
個性豊かな仲間たちと出会い、地下世界の調査を通じて自分自身のルーツや錬金術の真実を追い求めていくことになります。彼らが最後にたどり着く真実とは一体何なのか、その先に待つ答えをぜひ楽しみにしていてください。本作の主人公カリアはあらゆるものを食べます。
Oh, she even ate a
そ
flower.
れに合わせて核となるシステムとして食事が追加されました。素材や料理はもちろん、調合品や時には爆弾さえも彼女は躊躇なく食べてしまいます。
Oh, 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 oh. I remember there was a point in the trailer where it looked like she was eating a bomb apple kind of thing. And I asked specifically what that was. So apparently she just has the ability to analyze it if she eats it.
フィールド上でのつまみ食いも可能です。食べたものによって見た目や能力に変化が現れることがあり、バリエーションは100種類以上あります。また調合したアイテムを食べることでも身体能力が変化します。食べたものに応じて戦闘や探索に役立つさまざまなスキルが解放されていきます。詳細はぜひ続報をお待ちください。本作のフィールドには冒険の楽しさがぎっしりと詰まっています。探索中には行く手を阻むギミックや特殊な採取ポイントが存在し、使うアイテムによって見える景色や手に入るものも変化していきます。時には意外なアイテムが道を切り開くこともあります。こんな使い道があるのかという驚きを数多く用意していますので、ぜひ自由な発想で冒険を楽しんでください。本作ではアクションとコマンドメニューが連携する戦略性の高いバトルシステムを構築しました。リアルタイムで進行する戦闘をベースに敵の攻撃を弾き返すパリや時間を止めて戦況を変えるコマンドメニュー。
When I did play of Ultilia Raizo, the first one, that is one thing that I kind of noticed, that at least in the first maybe 4 hours, the battle system wasn't really that complex. It was super simple.
メニューによってバトルの奥深さがさらに進化しています。
It definitely felt kind of old and maybe a little outdated as well.
そしてバトルでもアイテムが大活躍します。アイテム使用のタイミングが勝敗を分けますので、戦況を見極める楽しさをぜひ味わってみてください。さらにこれまでのシリーズでは体験したことのないような巨大な敵とのボス戦も少しだけお見せしましょ
う。Yeah, let's.
地獄の豪華だ。はは、豪華に飲まれろ。
What was that laser?
ちょっと警戒しよう。
Oh no.
巨大な敵との
Fired a huge laser
気に
weapon.
なるところですが、ここで調合システムをご紹介します。
Synthesis.
アトリエといえ
Okay.
ばやはり調合ですよね。本作の調合の鍵を握るのは錬金釜とマナピースです。カリアは錬金釜を用いて調合を行い、そこに素材が持つマナピースを組み合わせることで、
Okay.
アイテ
Okay.
ムの性能を大きくカスタマイズできます。組み合わせ次第でアイテムの特徴がガラリと変わる、より奥深い調合システムを実現しました。アトリエシリーズの新たな到達点として、これまでにない没入感と手応えを感じていただけるはずです。詳細は公式サイトでも公開中ですので、ぜひチェックしてみてください。欧米のファンの皆様、いつも温かい応援をありがとうございます。アンケートや SNS でいただく皆様のフィードバックはいつも興味深く拝見しており、開発の参考にさせていただいております。カリアのアトリエの物語は広大な地上と地下の両方で展開します。 新しいフィールドアクションやギミックなど、これまで以上に豊かなゲーム体験をご用意しました。また本作独自の食事システムは単なる追加要素ではありません。食べることが探索や成長、そしてこの世界を生きる実感へと直結しています。その楽しさをぜひゲーム内で体験し、皆様のそれぞれの満たされる瞬間を見つけていただけたら嬉しいです。先日ガストブランドの SNS アカウントを新しく立ち上げました。欧米のファンの皆様とも随時コミュニケーションを取りながら、より良い作品作りに生かしていきたいと思いますので、ぜひご意見をお聞かせください。開発チームが全身全霊を注ぎ、アトリエの新たな可能性を形にした作品です。今後とも応援をよろしくお願いいたします。
Night Kingdom and the Guide of Memories. I definitely look forward to it. Really want to at least try it out.
Are you tired of trans voice tutorials that require either a linguistics degree or a sound engineering degree to even understand it? Do you want a trans voice?
Okay, I'm super tired, so I'm gonna end the stream here. I don't know, I just feel kind of funky. Alright, that's all the time I have for tonight. I do want to thank you guys for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure to entertain you for the time that you've allowed me to. We're gonna be back on Wednesday. Hopefully I won't be so tired. Hopefully, cross your fingers, that I can actually get some sleep between now and then. Then on... What do I have on my schedule for Wednesday? Final Fantasy Heaven's Ward. We're doing Final Fantasy 14, going back through the Heaven's Ward expansion. Then on Friday, I'm gonna be playing some RV Variet with Normie and Miss Healer. And on Saturday, we're gonna be playing some more demos. I've downloaded a whole bunch from the Steam Next Fest. Hopefully they stick around. I think they did last time. But I've got a ton of demos to play and a ton of content to get through. So meet me back here Wednesday at 8:15 Central Time, and we'll have some fun. That's all the time I have for now. Thanks for coming. Have fun. Stay awesome, and most importantly, don't do anything I wouldn't do.